Alright guys, it's Alec Agard. I'm here to start the first video. This is my 2005 GMC Sierra. It's four-wheel drive, regular cab, 6.5 foot bed. This is kind of the before video. It's a Wisconsin truck, 255,000 miles on it. We're going to be going about doing a rebuild on it. I have a cab for it. The cab is really bad shape. It's had rockers put on it. It's had cab quarters put on it. The floor is basically non-existent. I have a rust-free southern bed for it as well. You can see there's a hole in the rocker panel, and then there's that fun. So actually the interior on it's not in too bad a shape. It's just not even an SL, so it doesn't even have the power locks in it. No power locks, no power windows. You can see the bed is also extremely rough. The tailgate has no hinges and it's just held on by the latches up here. So this is just a little walk around of what it looks like before we tear it apart. So you can see the fender flares are kind of hiding all the cancer on this side, but she's a little weak. We're gonna pull that bed off, pull the cab off, and then it is a 4.8 liter truck, but we're gonna do a 6 liter swap on it and some other goodies. So this is kind of what we're starting with. This is the first portion of the video, and I kind of wanted to just do a before video to document what it looks like, and we'll see what we can change it into. So I might pick this video back up where I got the cab and the bed and just kind of show it to you, or you might see it just in another video with this thing all torn apart. So this is an introduction. We're gonna save another one of these because, well, we all know you can't get one of these in a new GM truck with a V8. So have fun with that V6 life, but we're not having any of it. So this will be a fun project, and stay along for the ride. All right, so I pulled the truck into my shop, but there's two last things I want to tell you about this thing. It's I've been driving it for about well, not very long, and so it has a awful exhaust or oil coming out of the exhaust, and I think it's valve seals because it only really does it when it's cold. But it does have an oil consumption issue, and it's like it's a quart pretty often. I would say every 1,500 miles or so. And so this 4.8 it's a little tired. And the other thing is I got this cardboard underneath it, which I don't think is in a perfect spot, but it's gonna have to do because I got a tire on it. But anyways, I've been putting like a gallon of coolant in it every week, and that's like 200 miles. So it's not leaking internally, and the smoke coming out of it is it's blue and oily. It's not like it's not white from a head gasket. So it's got two separate issues going on. It consumes a lot of oil, and then it externally leaks a lot of coolant. So this thing is just tired. It's time for a total rebuild. And there's this cab, another reason it needs to go, not only all the rust work that it needs, but she's got holes in the top, and it used to be an old landscaping truck. And so this is the project, and she's a little rough, but I think she can come back and be a fun little project. So plan is cab off, bed off, pull the motor out, pull the transmission out, sell that, and then get all the accessories off. Just get it a rolling chassis. We're gonna have someone sandblast it, I'll paint it, and then we're gonna do brake lines on it. Of course, it'll get way different fuel lines for the fuel system that's gonna need to support that. And a lot of this stuff is gonna be my first time doing it on like a build like this. I got dirt bikes and jet skis and other like higher horsepower stuff like that. That, like I said, that's an F-150 EcoBoost. It's a 10-speed. It runs high 11 second quarter mile. It's tuned by 5-star. It's a really fun truck, but I want to make something even quicker than that. And I was seeing a bunch of guys running mid-10s with these, built motor, built trans, and it's like, well, why would I ruin a $50,000 truck that is perfect to drive anywhere I want to, when I could ruin this thing or even make it a little better than what it is ruined now. So I don't really care if I break this. Don't really care if it doesn't work the way I want it to. If I do that on a truck that I pay a lot of money for, I'd probably not like myself. So this is a project, and we'll keep you updated with what comes next. Hopefully pulling the bed off this weekend, getting the bumpers off, and then drain the cooling system in a nice catch pan, you know, away from the shop floor so I don't have to clean it up. And then we'll work on getting probably the cab off up in the air and put it on a trailer and get the new cab over here and go about that. So hopefully get an update soon. Like I said, I want to get this project done hopefully mid-June, which might be a stretch, but we'll see how much I can make my time worth. So thanks again, and talk to you later. I just wanted to pick up the video back in my shop. There's a little less wind noise than where we're working with out there, but we got a couple of the goodies kind of starting to pile in. So this is Circle D Specialties billet torque converter. It's a 245 millimeter. And then in my mess of GMT 800 parts, we have the transfer case that's going to go in the truck, which is it's an MP 149 from a Silverado SS. So that'll be kind of cool to have like an all-wheel drive. You don't need to switch from 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive. Sure, of course, we won't be able to do burnouts, but honestly, I don't know if those are extremely fun for more than 30 seconds anyways. So this is just another LQ4 down there that I have hanging out for my other GMC, but we're not gonna worry about that for now. And then I picked up a used turbo kit from a guy down kind of by Chicago, and as much as I hate to go into Illinois, it was a pretty good deal. And actually I got a BTR stage 2 turbo cam that's brand new out of it too. And so the guy was missing a couple pipes. I ended up hitting him a little lower than I originally told him because he didn't tell me there was pipes missing. So I think I got, the turbo kit was like $1,000 and I gave him $300 for the cam. So that's a pretty good deal. I picked up, and then I got two 4L80s because we're going to end up doing a 4L80E swap on this. And so these are just 2 cores. I think they're both burnt up, but I bought them used. They were a couple $100 on Marketplace, and I actually have a Hughes 1,000 horsepower, pretty much all the billet internals except the intermediate shaft, and that'll be here in a couple weeks. I ordered that back in like February, beginning of February time frame. So those are a couple of parts I got laying around on my little parts shelf here, and so I'm really excited. I saw Lawrence Tolman, he used a Silverado SS, or he got out of a Denali, I think, but he used an all-wheel drive transfer case on his little regular cab short bed Copo truck that he called it, and so I'm really excited about that. That's a 342 gear truck. And I think because it's just a 4L80 and the first gear is really tall compared to the 4L60, I think I'm going to swap it. That's a 373 front differential out of a truck I parted out a long time ago with a friend, and I never ended up being able to sell it, which kind of came in handy because I would have had to find one anyways. So got a 373 front differential, and then I just gotta scour the Marketplace and find a 373 rear for it, because I mean, I think it's the OEM rear differential, 255,000 miles, probably won't hold up to I would guess 700-800 wheel horsepower for very long. So I believe this is an on3 charger. I have the compressor housing at home because I cleaned it up, but it says on the back of it 76 millimeters, so I think it's a 76-65, which is going to be pretty undersized for the 6-liter build that we're doing, which is actually a pretty cool build. It's down with my engine builder right now, and he's doing a set of, it was out of a 2005 Silverado 2500 HT, so it originally started as an LQ4, and we're going to keep the stock rods in it, stock crank. It's going to get forged Summit Pro LS pistons. He's doing a set of 799 ported and polished heads for me. And then we're going to put this charger on it. And I'm hoping to make hopefully 700 horsepower with this charger. And then I got my eye on the 78, 75 from either On3 or VS Racing. And hopefully we can make, I don't know, maybe close to 1,000 with that, but turn it down for daily driving, and maybe make 800 wheel when it's turned down a little bit, and make 1,000 when it's not. So that'd be really fun. I think that'd be a cool build. And eventually maybe we'll get into something else, but this will be my first really high horsepower truck. Got a couple cammed vehicles and just an EcoBoost right here, but this will be the quick one. Hopefully maybe mid 9s or low 10s would be really fun to achieve in the long run. So this is a project. Hopefully you can stay along for it. I don't have hardly any subscribers right now, but we'll see if we can build that over the life of this project. So the only other thing I got in here to show you is just my little shop right here, and so I do have a 2-post lift. This is where we're gonna do all the work. So like I said, stay along for the ride. Maybe I gotta zoom out. I don't know, I'm not pro at this. So stay along for the ride and we'll have some fun. See you later. So I wanted to take a quick video of the backside of my house, and this is where I am storing the bed and the cab for this truck project. So it's this is a cab off, I believe, in 04, and this bed came off like a 99 or something like that. But the bed is basically 100% rust free. Got a little bit on the hinges or whatever, which bolt off. But you can see the back or the bottom side is just in amazing shape. And it's got a little dinger back here, which almost all my trucks do. But bed sides are just perfectly flawless. And then this cab, it's got a little dent here, which I'm hoping my PDR guy can get out, but the rockers on this thing are mint. This whole cab is like mint. And so I don't really know exactly where they came from, but I can only assume at looking at the condition of this stuff that it came from down south. So this is what's going to go on the truck. It is black right now. I'm hoping to keep the truck white, so I don't know what exactly I'm going to do for paint or wrap. I was thinking about maybe doing like a 2-tone with black at the bottom, white on the rest, with a black roof, and I could use a lot of the paint off this. So try to figure out what I want to do there. But yeah, for the first part of it, or the first portion of its life, it's going to be a combination of black and white together. So I'm not a painter, and I don't pretend to be one, and I don't know if I want to put the money into this thing to make it look brand new. So I don't know what I'm going to do for paint or whatever. So stick with us, and this will be going on the truck soon.